In a coverage of that breaking news story tonight, stage 6 load shedding has been implemented by Eskom. The utility says this is due to a lack of generating capacity. Let's get an update now on how Gauteng residents are reacting to the news. Shall we go live to our Zikona Chona, who's in Mamelodi, that's east of Pretoria. Zikona, so you're in an area that tonight is battling with possibly two problems: load shedding and the after effects of the flooding in Gauteng. How's it looking?
And as we speak, actually, Tembekile, community leaders as well as law enforcement, the police, as well as the Tshwane traffic officials are on the streets there in the affected communities, calling on people to leave their homes and come here, because we do expect that there will be more rain falling tonight here in Mamelodi. The city of Tshwane saying it's still assessing the extent of the damage that has been caused here, so we didn't have an exact number as to how many people have been affected. Now we are at the Mamelodi Baptist Church, which is one of the centers that is accommodating the people that have been affected by the flooding. So people are starting to come here in their numbers. When we arrived here at around 6 o'clock, it wasn't as full as it is now. Now the church is also appealing to South Africans to drop off whatever they can that can help these people. But as you've mentioned, greatly concerned about how load shedding will affect the services that they are able to provide here. We spoke to the pastor earlier, and he was saying that they don't have a generator, so they don't know once load shedding is impacted here and how these people will react. He's also raised a very important concern in saying that the communities that have come here, they've asked to be separated, men to be put in a separate area, and women and children to be put in a certain area. And he's saying that in this time of gender-based violence, now we are going to be seeing load shedding in this facility. He doesn't know how they'll be able to police that. Let's take a listen to the pastor from the Methodist Baptist Church.
Yes, we don't have generators, and that's a very serious concern for us, because we're going to host both, actually, men, women and children, because it's cold on the other side. So men have asked that we take them to the other side of the hall, and we take women to the other side. So you don't want people to stay in the darkness the whole night during these days in South Africa, where we are now in the middle of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. So the generator is very much important to us now. You know, it's our number one worry.
Zikona, we talk a lot when we talk about load shedding in this country about how it is likely to have an impact on the economy and that sort of thing. But in communities such as Mamelodi, where people are already making do with so little, now compounded with the flooding, it also raises a safety issue in many of the country's townships, because at some point criminals will take advantage of this darkness.
When such disasters do hit the country, and things like load shedding, the poorest of poor are always the hardest hit. I mean, I went on a walk about through those affected communities, and it's completely impossible to get to some of those homes. We spoke to a woman earlier who said she was coming home from work and she was told she cannot enter the area where her house is. We spoke to a woman who's concerned she hasn't been able to get a hold of her son. But people really relieved that many of the children were able to be taken out of there safely. A lot of the communities who have not been affected yet by the flooding were very crucial in terms of going into those affected areas and rescuing, in particular, children. I've got with me one of the residents from the affected communities so that we can actually get a word from the people who are affected by the flooding. Sisi, kubhlungu ibhlungu lesibone phaya wena uziva njani indlu yakho ikusimo esithini ngoba
indlu yami yona iright but inamanzi ngaphakathi nengifuna ukutshela ukuthi ngizisa kabhlungu ngento eyenzekele ngamhlanje angithandanga
uyithandanga kukhona lento ke ukuthethwa nge-load shedding besithethile mina nawe uba awuyivisisi lento uba kuzoba kho i-load shedding namhlanje xa kungekho mbane kuba njani ekuhlaleni
akuyikamnandi ngane kumnyama and kunamatsotsi ayatshontsha asitshontshele ezindlini zethu.
All right, and there she is reiterating exactly what you've said, that when there is no electricity, people, criminals, people become easy targets for criminals. So certainly it is a huge concern. But now the Methodist Church is appealing to anyone who can help them with the generator. We had a call earlier for people to bring clothes, food, and whatever they can, and they have heeded to that call. So the church very grateful for people, South Africans. But also another call from the police service to say, if anyone knows anyone who lives in these low-lying areas and is insisting on staying at home, please call them, and rather call them to go stay at a center or a local community hall, because it's not safe to be in those areas at this point as rain is continuing to fall.
ENCA reporter Zikhona Chona in Mamelodi, Pretoria tonight as we continue to cover the breaking news that is both the announcement of stage 6 load shedding, and of course that has been compounded by the impact of flooding in areas like Mamelodi, other parts of Gauteng as well as the northwest.